Williams. And at the other guard from Pepperdine, he is Dennis Johnson, 6'4", 188-pounder. The coach in his 8th year in the NBA, his 6th at the helm of the Sonics, Lenny Wilkins. For the Pacific Division champion, Los Angeles Lakers. At the power forward, number 9 out of Marquette, 6'11", 230, Jimmy Jones. The other forward will be Jamal Wilkes, UCLA, 6th year. At center for the 6th time, the NBA's MVP, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In the backcourt, a 3rd-year pro out of Duquesne, 6'2", 175, Norman Nixon. And at the other guard from Michigan State, the Magic Man, Magic Johnson. The interim head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Paul Westhead. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and join in the singing of our national anthem. To lead us tonight, Dorian Harwood of Roots.
At the Forum in Los Angeles, and we are set and ready to go. This is game number 1 of the West Championships. Now, last year, the Seattle Supersonics played Phoenix in that sensational Western Championship. Played them 7 games, and they finally beat them 4-3. But last year, the Sonics playing the Lakers, they won that series easily, 4-1. But on the season this year, the Lakers have won 4 out of 6. And toward the end of the year, they were dominant. I was here, about 6 weeks ago, when the Lakers pounded the Sonics by almost 30, and then came to Seattle to prove that they'd done it right, and they won up there. So the Sonics will, I'm sure, remember those games, but maybe they can encourage themselves by thinking back to that semifinal series last year in the West, and remembering that they beat the Laker club 4-1. But remember, only 3 of the Lakers are here. Jamal Wilkes at forward, Norm Nixon at guard, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Well, the Sonics look ready. They look a little more rested, really, as we talked to them tonight, Rod, before the game than I thought they might be. That was just an exhausting series with Milwaukee, and a physical series that really took everybody's toll. Milwaukee even talked after the game, as I know you chatted with some of the players, and they were just dead tired.
They absolutely were, but and I again go back to, I think it was just a shame that anyone had to lose.
Yeah.
And of course, Milwaukee took it on the chin. But in this series, I think another key you got to look for early is you got to keep Magic Johnson from penetrating. Don't let him get up. He likes a fuse to this ball club. A big key. Second only, I would think, then to Kareem.
All right, we're set and ready to go. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We'll set the numbers for you for the Lakers from time to time and give you an idea. You know the Sonics pretty well. The Seattle Supersonics in the dark green uniforms, and Magic Johnson. Unmistakable. Listed on the roster out of Michigan State, class of 81. A hardship case who came to the NBA, and early going, he was going to be the Rookie of the Year. Maybe Larry Bird will be that. We don't know. Jabbar starts to make a move inside.
He got a foul right away against Seattle. They were trying to double up. Shelton and Sigma both were right there. I know we'll give the foul to Sigma.
Obviously, Jack's first of the game, first team foul. Only 16 seconds gone in the ball game. Johnson to Jabbar on Sigma. Missed it. Thought we heard a whistle, but not so. Lonnie Shelton with a 2-on-2.
Beautiful.
Great pass by John Johnson. And the pass laid under. And stolen away now by Gus and the Sonics on the move the way they can. Yes. Sonics 4-0 and a beautiful steal, and Gus starts working a little bit of his magic.
What a feed Johnny Johnson hit Shelton with that pass. Without a bounce. That's where he's so smart. 6'7" forward. He looks first before he puts the ball to the floor.
Wilkes to Johnson, top of the key. Well, Jabbar with a rebound. Sigma, if he turned, had a shot at it. And we got another foul called in the middle, and this one could be Lonnie Shelton's first.
I think it's the best way to start against Kareem, though. Bump him early. And Shelton gave him a pretty good pop on that play. Knocked him off balance. He'll get a couple of free throws.
Rod, the temperament of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, out of a basketball uniform, very quiet, unassuming person, likes to really be by himself. In a basketball uniform, does he get tough? Does he get angry? Can you rile him?
I don't think so. He's a very cool person by nature. I think the reason he's having such a great year is because of Magic Johnson. He has really put some fire in a big guy, and he's been more competitive.
Norm Nixon missed the rim, and now J.J. and Gus with DJ have a 3-on-2. Dennis pulls up. Missed it, and the rebound goes to Magic Johnson. Lonnie batted it away, but Jones gets it back. Now Gus steals it, but maybe he kicked it. He did.
Lakers look a little rusty. I think the layoff may have hurt them here. But don't, they'll have to take a little while to get their composure back. They'll be all right, though.
They laid off 9 days before they faced Phoenix, and then they beat Phoenix in 5 last week. They've been laying around now for 6 days. Lonnie with a throw out to Gus. Can he get there? Nixon fouled him as he went in, and Lonnie couldn't get the pass away a little hard enough, and Gus, when he finally captured it, still had Nixon to deal with, and Nixon gets the foul.
Pretty good feed, though. Shelton led him down court with it, and Gus flagged it down and then went to the basket on a good move. That's, again, the mark of Seattle's team play. Quickly getting the ball out, getting it to the open man. This is really a great start for Seattle.
Lakers, minute and a half, haven't scored a point, and Gus gives away a foul shot there, so he can put the Sonics up by 5 if he makes this one. He does. 10:29 to go, first quarter in Los Angeles, 5-0 Supersonics. The late start tonight was due to national cable TV. They had a pregame show, so that's why the game was underway late, and at the moment, we're working without our playback capabilities, so on replays, we're stunned for a few moments. A great takeaway by Lonnie to Gus again.
They're going to get a foul. That should have been goaltending too, I believe. And I think Lenny Wilkins is up complaining about it. He thought the basket should have counted. Here's the play. Shelton had led Gus, who got fouled, or rather the shot blocked and a foul on the play with no goaltending. And he's been out again. And I'm sure that Milwaukee in their series, as the Lakers will be in this series, have warned the guards. You've got to get down because Gus will break away on you. He's been out 3 times already here in the opening quarter.
Gus, a USC graduate, loves to play here, as does Dennis Johnson, who went to Pepperdine. And Gus, I know, is probably taunting himself right now that he's only 2 out of 4 from the line. But he has 4 points, and it's 6-0 Sonics. Magic, not the scorer that he maybe will be in the NBA. Great driving in by Wilkes, and we got a 6-2 game.
That's a super feed by Kareem. He spotted him right down the middle. Of course, he's got that big target up high with the ball, and he can see a lot of people.
Al Sikma played it casually with one hand, and Jabbar was in back of him and gets the ball. Here's Magic. Foul maybe on Lonnie as Jones went up. Looked like Lonnie got a piece of him.
Here's the move again. Magic down the middle. He split the defenders. The ball knocked away, crashed right into Shelton, who had gone up. That's his 2nd foul, the 13th foul. That's 1 player. I would think that the Seattle Supersonics do not want to get in foul trouble. Shelton, he is a brute on the boards, and they've got to have him.
Jones averaged 10 points in the regular season. In the 5-game playoff against Phoenix, only 6. But capable on any night of playing that power forward spot. He and Lonnie crashing into each other, going to bring some bruises somewhere. Supersonics 6, Lakers 4. 9:36 to go. Quarter 1 at the Forum in LA. Right back tomorrow night. JJ. Little light. Kareem with the rebound. Now Magic tried the shot, and JJ will take it down.
JJ did a good job that last time, Wayne. He stopped the ball in the backcourt on a break and slowed Nixon down, and that stopped the fast break. There's a couple of key substitutes, Mike Cooper and Freddie Brown. One's the offensive player, the other a great defensive player.
They'll be number 6 men off the bench, as we know with Fred. Cooper does about the same for the Lakers. Dennis had a horrible game Sunday, Rod, with only 8 points. I think it was 3 out of 13 or something, so he wants to atone for that. Lonnie with a rebound, lays it in.
So thank you very much. Got it right back to him.
Can't get any better. Lonnie with 4, Gus with 4. That's the total of the Sonics 8.
I'll tell you one thing, though. When DJ gets 8 and goes 3 for 13, he still helps your club in so many other ways.
Gus followed Nixon through. Nixon actually was free for a basket. They couldn't get it to him. Jones shot misses. And Gus, shortest man on the court, gets the rebound. Can Gus get to it? No, he can't get to it. Great play by Wilkes laying on the floor after Dennis made a great play trying to save it, but still the Lakers come up with it.
Gus's pass just a little bit too far in front of DJ, and he had to throw it back on the court wildly behind his back.
Jones going around Lonnie. Lays it in.
That's one move you don't want to let him make. I'd give him the outside shot. Jones isn't that good from outside. But if you let him drive, he can really put the ball on the floor pretty well for a big man.
4 points for Jones. The Sonics lead by 2. Lonnie will return the favor. All yellow shirts under the basket as Jones gets the rebound.
That should be a charge. They're going to call a block though on DJ.
Earl Strom with a whistle that time, and Nixon could have taken the charge, but they elected to go the other way with it.
Tom Lagarde looking on from their respective benches. DJ gets his first. That's a 14 foul on Seattle.
Tell you, Spencer Haywood has been a very calm man here, not playing the superstar minutes that maybe he would like to play, but he says that's all right. I'd like to be on a winning ball club, and this is as close in his career of 11 years as Spencer Haywood has ever been to a championship. JJ casually to Sikma. That'll bring Jabbar out and let somebody work underneath.
He had Magic posted up down low on the mismatch. They tried to go into JJ, but the ball was kicked away.
Lonnie over Jones. Lonnie Shelton with 6, and the Sonics up by 4, 10-6. And they don't look tired at this point, but I'll tell you that fatigue in that Milwaukee series might be a factor, and yet maybe you could go on the other basis. Yeah, you play every night. Maybe you don't need any rest. Oh. No need to say too much about that. You put your bar underneath. (10-8), Sonics by 2. 7 minutes flat to go in the first quarter. JJ thought that Gus was going to cut underneath and go around Nixon, and he didn't do it.
Sergio match up Paul Salas, Mark Landsberger, 2 very reliable rebounders in relief.
6:52 to go in the first quarter here at the Forum in Los Angeles. Supersonics are up by 2. It's 10-8, and we'll be right back.
Tonight's game is being brought.
Back at the Forum, 10-8. Sonics on top by 2. 6:52 to go. Here at Los Angeles tonight, we are sitting high atop the stadium. We're probably about 50 rows off the floor. This could be, I think, now the only place. There's Walter Matthau. Walter Matthau here tonight. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk to him at halftime. You're a good friend.
I'll go down there and try and grab that fella. He is really a sports fan. By the way, Wayne, it's a $5.50 cab ride from here to the floor.
I can believe it. There's no tram. They don't have a tram that goes up here.
You get a nosebleed.
Sonics come back out. The Lakers do. Let me check for changes. Looks like the original starting lineups will go. 10-8 ball game. Nixon and Magic at the guards. The forwards, Jim Jones and Jamal Wilkes. And, of course, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the center spot. Lonnie batted it away. Look out, Lonnie. Oh, we may get Jones for batting Lonnie away on that play. That'll give Jim Jones a foul, his second personal of the ball game.
Here it is again. It's an offensive foul. Kareem with the ball. Holding it high where he's hit, drops it in right there. He pushed him away with the right arm. Shelton with good defense, even with 2 fouls, stayed right with this man.
DJ to JJ. Right back here tomorrow night. It's an 8:30 start here on Channel 7. It will be a CBS game. Rod, Brent, and Bill Russell. Lonnie.
Remarkable player in the playoffs. He has been fantastic.
8 points for Lonnie of the 12 the Sonics have, and the Sonics are up by 4. JJ and Wilkes, an excellent combination, and there's Jim Jones from outside. I'll tell you, though, let him, as you said, take those. He's not going to hit them all night.
I'd rather see him do that than let him drive by you for a layup.
6 points for Jones early. JJ, nice shot. Little screen, just that momentary second to go up without a hand on your face and get that shot.
Smooth as silk, they call Wilkes. JJ matched up with him, could very easily be have the same nickname. Very smooth player.
He sees passes and gets the ball underway before most people even recognize there's a man open. Wilkes with a hook shot, not a good percentage shot, and Lonnie gets the rebound.
JJ was all over him. Good defense.
Dennis sometimes when he has a bad shooting game will come out firing, but he's not doing it tonight as Lonnie throws it away, aim for JJ, and they get the full court to Jones.
Beautiful feed by the big guy.
8 points for Jim Jones, and I'll tell you, mark those down because he doesn't score that way normally. Jones for the season averaged some 10 points a game and only 6 points so far in the playoffs, and now he's already got 10.
That's a tougher play than it looks because he had to look back for the ball, and for a big man, that's quite a move.
Sickma wants to go over Jabbar. Dennis will take the long shot and lays it in. That'll make him feel good to get that two, and it's 16-12. Sonics by 4.
As Lenny Wilkins and Paul Westhead look on, they both have done a great job this year coaching.
Westhead just thrown into the fray, and finally after 8 games he went to Pat Riley in an airport and said, I need an assistant coach. So Riley came off the radio and went to the bench. Gus, Lonnie, beautiful!
Great feed.
Whoa! Sensational passing, and we got an 18-12 game. Lonnie with 10 early.
And the key there was the defense of Seattle. They made Kareem go with the left hook. They cut him off on that baseline, which is the way he prefers to go.
Now Sickma and Jabbar lock arms, and Jack shrugged his head, so the foul apparently is coming against Jack Sickma. He was not happy with it.
That's his second, and they're in the penalty. So you'll get free throws. You look again, Sickman right up tight with Kareem. Most of the time they'll let this go. You see it now, when they lock arms, you got to call a foul there.
Sonics by 6, but Jabbar will go to the line. Supersonics with 5 team fouls. The Lakers with only 2 at the 4:21 mark of the first quarter. In the ball game for the Lakers, Mark Landsberger came from the Bulls, averaged 8 points in the regular season, has only averaged 3 in the playoffs.
Kareem's been celebrating his birthday all week. He's 33 years young.
I'll tell you, he'll probably average about 33 points, too. He's averaged 31 in the playoffs against the Suns. Gus.
Beautiful feed.
Sensational pass.
JJ, he can really thread the needle.
Gus with 6 points, 20-14 Sonics. 4 minutes flat now in the first quarter. He doesn't go over, he can go around you.
Again, though, they took away the hook where he had to turn back the other way.
Gus with an air ball from outside, rushed the shot, not good selection. And the Lakers get it right back.
If Kareem turns to his left and scores on you, then you're in for a long night.
Jabbar averaged 24 in the regular season in the top 10 of the NBA, but he's averaged almost 32 in the playoffs. Lonnie with a big rebound. JJ.
That feeds. Jack was surprised on that pass.
Gus with a high arch, it wouldn't go in, but he got fouled on the way to the basket. Talking about rebounding, the Sonics barely rebounded Milwaukee. Go ahead and take this replay.
Here it is, Gus to the hoop. And going right into him is Wilkes. That's a smart play by Gus. Lean in, force that contact, take the ball to the defensive man, and he'll get a couple of free throws. First foul on Wilkes, 13th foul on LA.
Talking about rebounding, the Sonics out-rebounded the Bucks slightly, but during the regular season, the Lakers out-rebounded the Sonics. And some people will tell you the team that out-rebounds the other will win a series.
The man who controls the boards controls the game in most cases.
Can I quote you?
Now here's a man that can control the boards.
He can. The chairman, Paul Silas, for Lonnie Shelton. Gus 3 times to the foul line for 2 shots, and he's missed the first one all 3 times. 21-16. Sonics up by 5. Their biggest margin 6 when it was 18-12. 3:09 to go first quarter at the Forum.
Got Magic back into the guard along with Mike Cooper for LA.
At 6'8", Magic can swing up front and can hit from the corner, as you saw there. First 2 of the night for Magic Johnson. Now Dennis behind his back. Sickma, about an 18-footer, never got to the rim.
That Kareem might have got a hand on it. That's what you want to keep LA from doing. See, he likes that fuse I talked about. When he makes a move like that, driving, and it kind of pumps up Jabbar and the rest of the guys. Right here is where you want to stop that momentum.
JJ off the glass, no, and Jabbar with a big rebound. Did he get it? Well, it was laid in by Wilkes. We were looking for traveling, but it wasn't called on Mike Cooper. And the basket will count. The Lakers take the lead 22-21.
And that's where you're getting a timeout. And again, Magic Johnson got it started. And Lenny Wilkins smartly said, let's take a timeout. Lakers are up by 1 with 2:13 left first quarter.
from a bank holdup in
That high end zone shot from the Forum that you'll see in a few minutes, provided with about 7 of the cameras that are sprinkled around here tonight. Seattle 9 out of 16. The Lakers 9 for 19. So the club's even, but the Sonics with a little better shooting percentage. 22-21. Lakers with a 1-point lead. 2:13 to go first quarter. Fred Brown into the ball game for the Sonics. So they'll go with DJ and Fred up front. It'll be Sikma at center with Silas and JJ. Landsberger, Jabbar, and Magic will play up front. That'll bring Nixon back at the guard with Mike Cooper. We're set and ready. Last part of the first quarter. Ron Hundley with us tonight. Good to have him on our broadcast. We talked about this in Philadelphia one night. I said, I'd like to work with you sometime. Here we are. JJ trying to go to DJ, and I think Cooper got a hold of him. We're off the floor, so we'll have to suppose at times.
You got it. You're right. Now here's the play again. Ball coming inside. Cooper's a great defensive player, but he just got a little too excited there and bumped from behind to get the foul. But you got to be very alert around him. He has extremely long arms, and he's quick as a cat.
Earl Strom and Bob Rakel, the officials. Jim Capers is the alternate tonight. JJ. Well, he went into Cooper, and Cooper may pick up the foul and not be happy about it. Jabbar was backing in, and he really got Cooper entangled in it all.
Here's the drive. For some reason, smaller people love to get a big man outside. Here, JJ drives by. Kareem was there to intimidate him, but Cooper got the foul on the play. His second, and the penalty, 3 to make 2 for Johnny Johnson.
Both teams over the bonus now, and JJ misses this one. And the Sonics have followed that pattern. Missed the first one, make the second.
It's always amazed me how they can fall away and make 30-footers and then walk to that 15-foot line and miss with no one in front of you.
John gets the bonus that Gus didn't have 3 times in the quarter. JJ with 5, looking for number 6. Missed it. We got a tie at 22. 1:44 to go first quarter. Dennis and Cooper. Dennis a little heavier man. Cooper as quick probably. Silas with the bat away to JJ. Dribble behind his back. Went all the way with it. Laid it in. John, they didn't expect him to do that.
Good defense by Silas to key to play. He gave the weak side help that you got to do. When the ball came in, he went up over the top of Kareem and knocked it away, and that got JJ a basket.
Nixon. JJ jumping like a kid tonight.
Now it's just where he's going to keep running because Kareem's trailing the play. They're going to call him for palming the ball.
He looks over at Lenny. That's his first appeal and says, what was that call?
Well, let's take a look. Right there, he got it hung up, I believe. That's where they called it. But he could have kept with the speed and moved the ball straight on down because Kareem was the last man right behind him.
Bar, sky hook.
Got to take that away. That's the move he wants to make. That right-handed hook.
8 points for Jabbar, 24 all. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Offensively in the playoffs, the Sonics are down 5.5 points from where they were in the regular season, but they're up 2 on defense. JJ, not his favorite shot. They found Cooper.
Pretty good feed, too. Magic stopped in the backcourt. Cooper made a nice play out of it.
Cooper's first 2 of the night. That gives the Lakers a 2-point lead with 21 seconds to go.
Last shot time. What you want to do here is work that clock down to 10 seconds, then make your move. And the other team should not be able to respond with a basket. 10 seconds, they should go to work right here.
Probably find Fred Brown somewhere if they can. If not, it's DJ, 3-pointer. Off the heel, Cooper gets it. 2 seconds, 1, they won't get the shot off. No shot at the end of the quarter. We've come at the end of 1 at the Forum in Los Angeles. And the Sonics, who had built up at one time a 6-point lead, 18-12. They now lead it by 2. The Lakers do. 26-24. The Lakers at the end of 1. Jim Jones and from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 8. The Sonics, Lonnie Sheldon leading with 10. JJ with 7. Gus with 7. Sikma and Dennis. They haven't scored yet. It's interesting.
Got to get some points out of Big Jack in there. I think that was one of the problems in the Milwaukee series at times when he didn't score. And Kareem looks on. He'll get a rest here to start the second quarter for L.A.
Some talk in L.A. about the Sonics maybe being interested in Ralph Drollinger, the former UCLA star with AIA, and then maybe moving Jack next year back to a forward spot. We'll see. Wally Walker in now. The shot taken from outside by Silas. He missed it. And the Lakers get the rebound, leading by 2.
That first quarter, Kareem and Lonnie Shelton each had 4 rebounds apiece to lead their respective clubs.
Wilkes in and out. James Bailey, the rookie, with a big rebound to DJ.
Kareem had his mind, Wilkes had his mind made up on that play. He had Walker on him, and he took him down low. He's going to shoot that ball. You could tell the way he was jockeying for position.
Bailey playing the center spot now, so he'll go against Landsberger. And takes the shot off the heel. Magic again all the way to the bucket. This time it won't go. And Bailey gets the rebound. James maneuvers off the glass. Nice play. Right-handed, lays it in.
I like him. Boy, he's going to be a player. There's Jack Sikma and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the bench for Seattle and L.A. They'll be back, I'm sure, in a couple of minutes after they're arrested. But Bailey, again, Wayne, if that kid just keeps going, he can really be a factor in this series.
Landsberger. Nope, wouldn't go. And Bailey with the rebound. I'll tell you, Sikma, that's the life of an NBA center. You come out of a 7-game series with Bob Lanier, one of the huge individuals in the world, and you go against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Great layup by Silas.
The old alley-oop, that's his play. Turn in there and underhand flip it.
It is. That or lay it up backhanded. 28-26. Sonics by 2 now. 10 minutes to go in the half.
He uses his body as well as any player, and that's a key to scoring down low when you're not a great jumper.
Wilkes on Wally. Gets across the face of the basket. I don't think it'll count. Offensive foul. It will not. No basket.
Here's a good look at it. Wilkes with the ball. Walker with him. Come across the lane, then he'll squirm his way up. I honestly didn't think he charged.
I didn't either. I thought Fred Brown might have fouled for sticking his knee out there, too.
So Seattle gets a break on that play, and the big fella is back in there, Kareem.
Fred Brown got his knee out as Wilkes came across the face of the bucket, and he might have picked up a foul, but it went the Sonics' way, and they lead by 2. Dennis, 2-pointer. Jones had it, now finally gets it back. That's Magic Johnson. That's Norm Nixon. You'll hear these names over the next, well, the Sonics hope, certainly about 10 days. Kareem. No, and Wally with a nice rebound to Fred Brown.
3-on-1.
Tried the lobber to Bailey, and it didn't work. They got in the middle of it. Nice play.
That's a big play. That cost them 4 points. Instead of scoring and stopping their fast break, you give up a chance when you had a 3-on-1. Now they come back the other way and burn you. That hurts.
As good a shooter as Fred Brown is, you don't expect him really to go alley-oop at that point to Bailey. He's a great shooter, and from 6 feet away, just deadly. Here's Dennis with a bad shot, and Magic gets the rebound.
Too flat on that shot. Right here, they run another timeout, I would think.
You're right. The Sonics will call it, as that time Magic to Wilkes, and there wasn't any doubt about it. So with 8:43 to go in the first half at the Forum, the Lakers again are up by 2. This time it's 30-28. Rod, talking about the regular season, the Sonics average 108.5 points during the regular season. They go against Milwaukee, they come down to 102, so they drop 6 points on offense, but they gave up 103 in the regular season. They give up 101 in the playoffs, so they're dropping down on offense, but they're picking up in defense a little bit. I imagine that just happens when it gets a little tighter in the playoffs.
Absolutely, Wayne. When you get to the money time, and this is where it counts, they all tighten up their shoes, hitch up their belts, and go after it. And the defense really improves. They go all out practically every play. That's the way it should be.
Great series against Milwaukee. Just a great series. All right, back live action at the Forum. Fred Brown with it. Again, James Bailey is in at the center spot with Silas and Walker up front. Fred Brown, 3-pointer. Nope, Jabbar there with the rebound. He'll go full court. Traveling. Yep.
Got him. Try to put the brakes on, but one step too many for Wilkes. Freddie did a good job there getting back defensively. Because Kareem will make that long pass if you let people get behind you.
Good ball game so far. Big lead with the Sonics at 6, and that's been about it. Lakers lead by 2 right now. Vinnie Johnson seeing some action. James Bailey hits the rim, and the Sonics are getting one shot, and we may have a foul on Silas. I think he got on the arm. We'll take a look.
Not a good shot that time by James out of that right-hand corner. He should have held that ball up. But Salas went for the rebound, got the loose ball foul. Lakers have the ball back.
First team foul on the Supersonics. The Lakers are clean. 7:56 to go to halftime. Wilkes over Walker. Bailey, there's that leaping ability to Fred Brown. It looked like Wally traveled, but no, something underneath. And again, it's on the Sonics under their own bucket. Is it on Bailey? Yep.
Good move by Walker. You take a look. Faking left, going right. Excellent move in the air. Just a tough break. The shot didn't drop for him. And when he went for the rebound, Bailey comes in to get the foul on the rebound play. Salas will come out. Shelton's back in.
30-28. The score has been frozen there for about a minute and a half, and they tried to go into Jabbar, and he simply tripped over James Bailey's feet and fell down. And Jabbar is screaming that he got tripped, but he really did. Well, I was watching him at the moment, and he backed over Bailey's foot.
Here's the play. The whip pass in, and down goes Kareem. And the ball goes back to Seattle.
Fred Brown to Wally. To Vinny. He'll take a shot. Yeah. Tell you, he's a fine young guard. He just hasn't had the playing time. When you're behind Gus, DJ, and Fred Brown, you don't get a lot of time.
I like the way that Lenny Wilkins is using his young people here early in this first half. Vinny Johnson and James Bailey. They got a timeout with 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to the half. LA and Seattle are tied at 30, and it's been a pretty good first half. And we'll be right back with more.
That Milwaukee series, we saw everything from a 27% quarter shooting ability from the floor all the way up to 66%. Here, basically, first quarter, both clubs shooting around 50%. But I'll tell you, it was high one night and low the next. You never knew exactly how a club in that series was going to come out and shoot.
Norm Nixon with the ball. On the message board, it says, join the Norm Nixon fan club and send $3 to the forum.
Jabbar with that sky hook again from the right side. He's got 10, and the Lakers take a 2-point lead.
I bet Bailey could get up there and block his shot if he took his mind to it when he went for that hook.
Oops. Bailey that time tried to throw it off Jabbar, and he batted it back, but inside we had a foul.
Here's the play.
Spencer Haywood, I believe.
The drop pass inside, knocked away by Kareem, but inside the foul was charged to Haywood of the Lakers.
Bailey, couldn't get it there. Jabbar batted it away. Fred Brown, though, he said the Lakers knocked it out. They didn't get the call, and it'll be Laker ball.
That doesn't happen often to Bailey. That could be a little discouraging for him. Of course, Kareem, who gets up without jumping, can still reach almost up top of the rim.
Nice steal by Vinny. He walked in front of Jabbar, leads the pass to Bailey down floor, and he falls down. Just didn't have his feet under him. Now Jabbar, look out. Well, the Lakers take it away. The Sonics get it back, and then all of a sudden Bailey falls down, and Jabbar gets his easy 12 points, and we got a 4-point Laker lead. Make it 2.
Excellent move by Freddie. Pulled up and dropped away. Had Cooper leaning in.
First 2 of the night for Fred Brown. Lakers by 2 midway in the second quarter. Wilkes, the lobber to Jabbar. They couldn't get it in, and Vinny goes 2 on 3 with Wally Walker.
Not a good shot. He should have passed that one off.
I bet his heart's beating a little bit fast, being in the West playoffs.
He overcommitted himself, went into the area, had nothing left to do.
Haywood. Had a good series at the end of the year against the Sonics. Played well here and then played well in Seattle.
17-5-05, a sellout here at the Forum.
Jabbar did it again. Bailey. Twice down. Here's Brown with a 3-pointer. He hits it.
Boy, what an incredible shooter, Freddie Brown.
What a way to cut off a little good feeling that the Lakers may get. Look at the block, and then Fred Brown comes right back as the fans are still cheering about it and lays in 3 points instead. Walker played Wilkes good that time, but Nixon steals it away.
Should have lobbed it on down court. Freddie would have had it.
Yep.
Take that.
Yep, you really got to do that because you know Haywood's going to lay it in, so you might as well go up and capture him. And they did. Haywood said, what happened?
I mean, he really got it right here. Bailey and Shelton both there, and they give the foul to Bailey. That's a break, I would think, for Seattle, because that would have been 3 on Lonnie Shelton.
Second team foul of the Sonics. First in the Lakers, or 1 on the Lakers, so Nobody any problems there. Personal fouls in the ball game. Nobody with any more than 2.
Jack Sikma will return, and Bailey will come out. Jack's got to start looking for that outside jump shot. He can hit it. He's just got to get his confidence back. I think he lost a little bit of it against Milwaukee.
Very solid from 6 to 16 feet.
Right.
He can really hit it for a big man to hit that shot.
When you let him turn and face, Mr. Bailey buttons up the warm-up jacket.
Flanked by the 2 starting guards, both out of there. Gus and DJ. Haywood makes 1, trying for number 2 to put the Lakers back up, and missed it.
They look kind of relaxed over there on the bench.
They do, don't they? Yeah, that's just the rest before the storm. They'll be in the middle of it in the second half. 37-35. Lakers by 2. 4:44 from the end of the half.
Not a good shot.
Well, Vinny's done that twice. Jack went up with a basketball and couldn't get his shot to go in, but somebody for the Lakers gets called with a foul.
Here's your play again. The shot was short off the rim, and then on the rebound play, a foul charge against Magic Johnson, his first.
So Sikma will go to the line. Halftime, we'll send the best conditioned member of the crew down to the floor. That'll be you, Rod. And let you talk with some friends down there. We'll talk a little bit about the 76ers and a little bit about making movies and all kinds of things.
I had a cab waiting on you down there. You had to huff and puff all the way up there.
Made it in record time. Sikma ties it up 37-all. 4:35 to go. Low scoring quarter. 26-24 at the end of 1. So they've only scored what here? About a total of 24, 25 points in the second quarter, with Fred Brown getting the rebound.
One thing I like about Freddie Brown, like late in the ballgame, he wants the basketball, the pressure. He'll take that shot, and if he misses, he's ready to take the criticism. If he makes it, he's a hero.
Fred with the three-pointer hits the lip. Vinny may have knocked it out. No! They say Magic Johnson touched it. And the Laker crowd at that end of the floor thinks Bob Rakel needs a new set of eyeglasses.
Here's the play. They went up for it. You couldn't really tell. The ball was a little bit out of the picture, but it'll go back to Seattle. Now a different look. There it is. That was knocked out by the Lakers.
And they take it away, and Magic's on the run. Foul could go on Wally Walker. As I said, we're upstairs, and we're kind of supposing on the inside.
Here's a play. Magic faking left, going right. Then he turned the corner, brought the ball right in to Walker's. He went up and he was fouled by Wally Walker. Magic, who probably can dribble the ball as well as any man his height in basketball. He's closer actually to 6'9" than he is 6'8". Moves like a small man. Tremendous advantage at that height to be able to dribble so well.
Goes to the line. He hits 81% in the regular season with 77 in the playoffs. That's the first personal foul of the night on Wally. And as has been the case for most of the competitors at the foul line, they missed the first one tonight. Magic gets that one. We've got a 38-37 Laker lead by 1. Sonics playing a little better than many thought they might. They thought they might be dead tired coming into the Forum, but they are playing well at the moment. They've used a lot of players. JJ. Looks like he hit the end of the bankboard.
That's most unusual. That's
a real miss.
He had the shot too.
And nobody in his face at all. Norm Nixon out of Duquesne, third-year player. You know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, he walked and got away with it.
Like he traveled from 100 yards away where we are, and he's got 14 now.
He had completely quit the dribble and then just took a couple of steps underneath.
That was JJ's shot a moment ago and gone off the end of the board. For Ed Brown.
Oh, that's dangerous, but he got away with it.
It is. He was right at the table. Gus Williams.
We need a hoop here. This could be a big play. We got the foul, so it'll be Johnson at the line.
John Johnson will go to the line. Some replacements. Wilkes will come back in along with Jones, and they'll come in now for Cooper and Haywood.
The reason why I said it was dangerous, here's a play, JJ double pumping, faking, off balance. He wanted to pass, no one open. He had to put the shot up, and he was fouled by Magic. But the play I was talking about, Wayne, a moment ago, when the ball's going out of bounds at midcourt, and Gus saved it on the court, you got to be sure where your men are. Fortunately, the ball went right back to Seattle. Had the ball going the other way, the Lakers would have had a layup.
That's right. You save it, lob it into somebody, and it's they're uncovered. They're going to be the length of the floor on you. JJ with 9, 40, 39. That was the second personal on Magic Johnson a moment ago. As I said, everybody with 2, nobody with 3 in the personal foul department. Jabbar tried to go under to Wilkes, and the Sonics get it away. Fred Brown with it.
They can take the lead back with a bucket here. Downtown. Oh, what a shooter.
41-40, Sonics up by 1. Their biggest lead, 6. The Lakers' biggest lead, 4. 2:31. The Lakers get the lead right back.
Never let a little guard do that. You got to stop that dribble out front. Regardless if it's your man or not. There's Freddie again.
Nice shot, isn't he? Downtown Fred Brown. His 3 youngsters are probably banging on the TV set at home, saying, that's daddy.
You can shoot like that, Wayne. You'll be out there.
Lonnie got a 3-on-3 as he slows it up. Fred again. Is he hot? Yeah, missed that one. Gus gets it. All alone. Look at the Lakers loafing. Crowd starts to realize it as Gus tries to go down the lane, and Kareem may have gotten him that time.
Kelly with a leg. Here's the miss. Switch Gus, grab the rebound. Drive back right there. He looped his leg out and bumped Gus as he went by him on the baseline.
Say his heel was close to being out of bounds too on our replay, but apparently not.
Well, it probably was, Wayne, but he was bumped first, and that pushed him towards the baseline.
43-42 Sonics, 1:52 to go in the half.
Backdoor.
Just tried to thread the needle, didn't get away with it. Now the Lakers 4-on-2. Lakers up by 1, JJ. Tried to go under to Gus, and they have thrown it away a few times tonight, and really that hurts you. As a coach, you bring it down, you need a shot, and they're not getting some shots sometimes now.
There's that play a moment ago as Norm Nixon bounced it perfectly in for the layup.
Lakers by 1. Sonics timing a little bit off, but the Lakers don't look like they're playing with a full head of steam either.
He gambled and lost. Once that ball got in over that left shoulder, he was all alone.
16 for Jabbar, and the Laker lead at 3. Minute 3 to go.
3 seconds.
They got what they wanted. Sigma alone. Fred from the corner hits. Freddie Brown is hot. They got exactly what they wanted. They got Sigma alone away from Jabbar, and he couldn't get the bucket in. Cooper. Nope. Apparently they say that Jack moved over in front of him.
Mike Cooper has great leaping ability. He just carried the ball right up to the basket. A good move defensively, and Sigma is called for the foul. Jack gets his 3rd on 14 foul. Nixon, a moment ago, lobbed it down. Here's Coop going to the hoop. And Jack moved in, and he's called for the foul.
Mike Cooper out of New Mexico. He was an original draft choice of the Lakers. Second-year player at 23 years old. Pat Riley said he is a coming star.
Bailey comes back in to replace Sigma. I'm sure Lenny doesn't want Jack to get his 4th foul in the last 47 seconds of the first half.
Lakers by 2. Cooper'd like to make it 3 and does. 48-45. Lakers by 3. We've got 45 seconds left in the half. Sonics will use some of that clock, or maybe shoot early and try and get the ball back after the Lakers play with it. We'll see. Well, they didn't do either. Cooper on the left side. Gus is there. Couldn't break it up as he goes back to Wilkes. Nice play.
Great pass by Cooper. I think everyone thought he was going to take the shot.
Lakers with their biggest lead of 5, and now the Sonics have 23 till the half to get off a shot. Tell you, Fred Brown's been hot. Let him shoot for 3. Nope, 2-pointer. He hits it. Heard you guys
clinic going.
Heard you guys talking about instant offense Sunday. That is it. Oh, Fred knocks it away. Lonnie can't get to it. Jones to Wilkes, 3 seconds. It's out of bounds. That'll end the half. The lights come on and the double zeros come up. So the Lakers take it away from the Sonics more times than Lenny would like them to. And we've got a 3-point Laker lead at halftime. At the Forum, I'm Wayne Cody with Rhonda Hundley, and it's the Lakers 50, the Sonics 40.
13 of his points in that second quarter that kept Seattle in the game. Very smart move to go to Freddie, and when he had a hot hand, everybody gave him the ball, and that's the way it should be.
Dennis will break through, obviously. He was 3 out of 13 on Sunday. He only had 8 points in that game. And Gus, who has averaged in the playoffs, well, let's go back. Regular season, Gus averages 22. He's averaged 23 in the playoffs. DJ in the regular season averaged 19. He's averaging 17 in the playoffs. Say hello to a few people in Seattle that said notes tonight. Randy and Mac to Mark and Landy. Cindy and Michael Alhadov say hello to their family and friends in Seattle. Michael Schur, Teresa Williams of North Seattle say hi to their fellow Sonic fans, Mike, Mark, Lee, Randy, Bill, Gary, Karen, Jason, Joe, Mom and Dad, Odie and Betty, and many others. And Terry sends his love to Joan, and Brad sends his love to Carmi. So there you are, a lot of folks in Seattle getting hellos from the Forum in Los Angeles. Peter Falk was down there a moment ago, kind of walking behind you. I thought he was going to tackle you and talk basketball for a minute. He's another big fan.
Jack Nicholson sits across the way, too.
He was up in Seattle for the last Laker game. He came up for that game. We're ready. 50-47. The Sonics down by 3. Let's watch Game 1, Western Championships. And Wally Walker on the bench. I looked up. It's Jack Sikma gets the start for a second. I thought I saw 42 in Wally, but it is Jack, the original starting lineup for the Sonics.
Charging foul. Magic.
Ran right into Lonnie, and Lonnie held his ground. Magic didn't take the shot. He dished it off, but he gets his third foul.
Here's your play. Now, good feed by Magic, but he should have stopped. So he kept going, and right into Shelton. Down he went. A good call by the official.
Lonnie does a good flop on the end of it, too.
Only one player in the first half had as many as 3 fouls, and that was Jack Sikma. The Lakers, no one with more than 2.
Gus on the right side, all alone. Now something's wrong. Somebody's either getting rubbed off and staying in the middle of falling back and double teaming, because Gus was wide open. There wasn't a player within 10 feet of him.
And Sikma had anyone going out. He had a good screen set up.
Kareem double teamed severely by Lonnie and Jack. Here's Jones off the glass. He misses. But the Lakers get it back. That's Wilkes.
Can't leave him.
Nope. Air ball.
Nice pass.
Ended up with good passes. Magic lays it up left-handed, and the Lakers go back up by 3. JJ and Wilkes match up as Gusto's down the middle. Couldn't quite get it to the bucket. Sikma.
Good effort. That's they need more of that. Jack really got inside and battled for the ball.
I don't know if we'll see that, but watch Jabbar. He stays away from the play complaining and lets Jack get that rebound.
Well, see, first of all, Kareem had turned his back because Gus was driving in, and then the ball hit short of the rim. Sikma was there for the ball, and Kareem was too late reacting to come back to Sikma, and he gets the foul, his second.
Jack at the line.
Well, Kareem is asking us, hey, I'm helping you, somebody help me. Because when he left to go to the little guy, somebody had to pick up on Sikma.
Sikma's 3 for 3 from the line. Looks for 4 for 4. He's got it. Sonics within 1. 52-51 Lakers. Just underway in the third quarter. Remember, tomorrow night, about 15 minutes later, an 8:30 start. JJ had his hand on the ball. Couldn't hang on to it, though, and Wilkes lays it in.
That's a tough break. He should have picked that one off.
Wilkes with 10.
Call for a double dribble.
Yep, Gus not happy about it, but it was called by Earl Strom, and he just glares at him, and the Lakers bring it down.
Here's the play a moment ago as Jamal Wilkes got the field goal after JJ had knocked it down.
Oh, beautiful pass by Nixon. They cleared it out for him as Jabbar backpedaled a couple of steps. Then as he came through, he just dished it off. Watch.
Here it is again. He excels at that play. Rolling to the basket and then dishing, and of course Kareem is the key. He moved right at the right time to get the ball back. Now the Lakers are up by 5, and Seattle must get a field goal. Stay right with them.
That matches the Lakers' big lead. Here's Sikma off balance, hits it.
Big hoop.
56-53 Lakers, Sikma with 6. Sikma and Jabbar are really having a tugging match underneath. That time Jabbar almost got knocked off his feet. Now he goes in for a slam dunk.
Well, Jack should have let him have that ball, but he overprotected to one side, and that left Kareem either for the sky hook, or he opened the door and he just went in and dunked the ball.
And he was angry at Jack anyway. He was going to show him who was boss, and that's exactly what the Sonics got out of it. Somebody got tripped up, looked like DJ going through.
Foul be called against Magic Johnson, his 4th. And a second team foul.
They're going to take him out of there. Mike Cooper will come in to replace him. Cooper out of the University of New Mexico, second-year player. Magic, of course, the rookie out of Michigan State.
I mentioned at the top of the show, Wayne, he's the key sub for the Lakers.
Gus. Off the glass, the rim a couple of times, goes through. Gus with 11 now. The Sonics back within 3. The Lakers have led by 5 twice. The Sonics have led by 6 twice. Jones way out high. They back off Cooper. Look at this battle. Finally, Wilkes gets it back. Tried to pass it to Jabbar, but he was stepping one way and the ball was coming the other.
DJ made a great play, anticipated and cut it off.
Gus not hot tonight. JJ went up, got fouled, and they'll call Cooper, I believe.
That's 3 team fouls already here in the quarter on Seattle, on LA rather, and Seattle has yet to commit a foul.
JJ will go to the line. Now that bandaged right elbow has been there about the last 25 games. There's a little piece of foam. You can see the nub sticking out. Then he wears that elastic over it, so that's nothing new. Jack Sikma, as a matter of fact, wears one identical to it. A little protection on that right elbow. What a pattern the Sonics have on that tonight. They missed the first one, make the second one.
That's not good enough. They got to get a little better at the line. They were only 8 out of 13 in the first half.
That's right. JJ has 10 now. Sonics down by 2. 8:27 to go. Third quarter at the Forum. Game 2 tomorrow night.
Don't give him the hook.
Well, go over. If you give him an inch, he goes around you. That's what makes him great.
Guards have got to drop in. When he puts the ball on the floor, reach in and try and knock it away. Don't let him dribble the ball, because then he really has it going for him.
Well, now something away from the ball that Bob Rakel saw. The call is going to come against Mike Cooper, I believe.
That's right. That's the 4th team foul on LA.
Sikma battles underneath. Did he travel? Yeah, he did.
He should have taken that ball and gone right in. He stopped, Wayne, and that gave Kareem time to come back and intimidate him, and then he walked with it.
So the Sonics headed underneath with Jack about 2 feet from the hoop, never got the shot off, and the Lakers still lead by 4. Gus into the crowd. I don't think he could save it. Remember now, Friday night's game and Sunday afternoon's game at Heckhead Pavilion, UW campus. If you have the letter from the Sonics, after about 10:30 in the morning, go to the Kingdome and trade it in for your 2 tickets. And then whatever tickets are left over from season ticket holders will probably go on sale Wednesday or Thursday. We'll tell you all about it. Probably Thursday. JJ with a nice defensive play and a good pass to Gus. They couldn't hang on to it, though. That play, it seemed like it was doomed going down floor.
Gus should have bounced that ball. He threw it straight through, and that was Nixon there to pick it up.
Jones trying to control it, but it bounced off Sikma, and it will be the Laker ball.
Here's your play. Nixon bouncing down the left side, and it's knocked free and out of bounds.
Jabbar, double team. Lonnie in front, Jack in back. Skyhook. Oh. Lakers' biggest lead now, 62-56.
What do you got to do?
24 points for Jabbar.
They cut him off across the middle, and he went to the skyhook.
Dennis pulls up for about an 18-footer and missed it. And the Lakers have a 2-on-2.
I see a little intimidation on that.
Yeah. Nixon would like to have that ball back. I don't think he wanted that shot that much. 7:08 to go
for LA.
He's a good battling kid, very hard player. Averaged 8 points in the regular season out of Arizona State, former Pac-10 player.
Here's a big play for Seattle. They're down 6. They need to cut it to 4 and not let the Lakers go up as many as 8. Stay close. There's their shot.
Lonnie Kansas, they got a double team on John going to the hoop, and Lonnie was all alone. He's got 12, and the Sonics back within 4. Dennis plays off of Cooper. He gives him a lot of room, doesn't he? Wants him to shoot that outside shot. Scouting report must tell him Cooper's not going to hit. Lonnie missed it. Layup by Gus. They let Gus under there.
There are your coaches, Lenny Wilkins and Paul Westhead. Oh, Gus got inside. I think it surprised Landsberger that it wasn't his teammate.
Jabbar working on Jack. Here's Jones.
That was a frozen rope.
10 points for Jim Jones, 64-60 Lakers. You got your full crew tomorrow night, Brant and Bill?
Yeah, right.
All right, 8:30 on Channel 7 for the CBS coverage. of Game 2. Jack may have stood on the line. That's where he was. He was standing on the line in the end zone. And he got the baseline with his foot out of bounds. They're going to call a timeout after this.
Right there, they got him.
Yep.
So Bob Rakel, the referee, was just out of the picture, was right on top of the play. So you got a timeout, Wayne. 5:41 left here in the third quarter, and the Lakers are leading Seattle 64-60. We'll be right back.
Back in the Forum, Jabbar with 24, Wilkes and Jones with 10. For the Sonics, Brown and Gus with 13, JJ with 10, and Shelton with 12. There's your double-figure scores in tonight's game so far. We have 5:41 to go, third quarter. The Lakers 64, the Sonics 60. Game 2 tomorrow night. Game 3 and 4 Friday, Sunday at Heck Ed Pavilion. And we can just about tell you those games, if sold out, and they should be, will be on TV. Lonnie with a nice interception. He's got Gus. Nice play. Good ball handling by Gus.
A good play by Lonnie. I was just getting ready to say, Wayne, don't take one more dribble. It may be too many. Give it off to a little man before you get in trouble. And he got it to him just in time.
Jones. Isn't that funny that we talked about that? They'd really like him to take that shot, yet he's canned 3 of them from out there tonight.
Well, he can hit outside, but it's still the best percentage to let him have the 20-footer. Magic Johnson gets some warm-ups off for the Lakers.
12 points for Jones, and the Sonics still find themselves down by 4. That's been the pattern of this quarter. JJ in and out. Jabbar with a rebound. Nixon. Lakers won 4 out of 6 from the Sonics during the regular season. Nixon went in with a crazy shot. Cooper gets it back. Landsberger lays it up and good.
Johnny Johnson made a great block on the play, but to no avail as L.A. was right there to get the ball back.
Lakers big lead of 6. Gus. Well, I'll tell you, Jabbar shakes his head. He was angry at himself because he didn't get his timing right to get up in the air.
Well, Gus is coming back strong in this quarter. Had only a couple of baskets in the first half.
He's got 10 points in the quarter. Cooper. Mike Cooper here in L.A. as a 6th or 7th man, depending on...
They got it. They hold up a sign here. Coop.
Lonnie comes back to Sikma. Should be able to shoot over Landberger, and did miss the bucket, but gets the foul call on Mark. That should be his first. It is. 5th team foul on the Lakers in the quarter. The Sonics are clean. They have not committed a team foul in this quarter. They only have one man with 3. That's Sikma. The Lakers now have Magic with 4, Wilkes with 3, and Cooper with 3. And Jack at the line. He's perfect there tonight. 4 straight.
3 to make 2. It's a big play here. You got 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the quarter to take advantage of the foul situation. Now at the other end, Seattle yet to commit a foul. They can gamble defensively up to the 2-minute mark.
Jack cuts it to 5. Now 4, 70-66. That end zone fury that the Sonic fans put up when you're shooting a foul shot. Do you believe in that or not, right?
Yeah, I think that's great. That's great. And it works at times. Depends on the player.
Yeah. Wilkes with JJ bumping him.
Good feed.
Nice pass.
Very patient, Jamal Wilkes.
72-66. Lonnie. Nice fake. He went up once, took Landberger up with him, and then when he came down, Lonnie went up again. He's got 14.
Got a Seattle bounce, too, on the shot. I think they ought to start going to Freddie here a little bit, since he's been hot in the first half.
Not a good shot selection by Wilkes that time as he outlets to Gus. Does Fred Brown. Gus alone, 16-footer. Yep. Now it's 72-70. The Sonics get 4 straight. Gus with 19. And 12 of those here in this quarter. 2:53 to go to the end of the third quarter. The Sonics are down by 2. Walter Matthau picked it what? The Sonics by 5. Sonic fans will take that, I know. Gus, nice control on that, Karam.
Look at that move.
Oh, right down the lane. He gets it and gets fouled.
You know what's strange here? Seattle's outrunning the Lakers, and Seattle's a team that's supposed to be tired. Here's Gus. Take it right by Magic, who reached in And a foul called on Landsberger, the second man. So we got a timeout. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the quarter, and Seattle really moving behind the right arm of Gus Williams. The Lakers in Seattle tied at 72.
I think we've got a couple of mysteries really here with Dennis Johnson. I think we've got a couple of mysteries with Dennis Johnson with Tom Lagarde. Lagarde has not played. DJ has not scored. 3 out of 13 on Sunday. And really in his home area here in the Los Angeles area when he went to Pepperdine, you'd think that DJ would just want to have a whale of a night. And at the moment, he's on the bench scoreless. And Gus is now scoring. He's got 21. And he's got 15 of those now right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he got off to a great start in the first period of play, Wayne. Gus got all 7 of his points in the quarter, did not score in the second period, and he comes back with 15 here in this period.
Magic underneath. The Wilkes would not go in, and Sikma with a big rebound.
And Seattle with the lead.
And Jabbar blocked out that time well. Here's Gus from the corner. Oh!
He's human. He missed one.
Wilkes looked like it bounced on the line, but Rakel was closer, and now Magic on the tear to the other end.
That is a great play. He waited till the last second, committed himself, pulled the ball back, and then dumped it off to Wilkes.
12 points for Magic, 74-73. The Lakers by 1 now. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Fred Brown. He's incredible. Put him on any side of the floor. Usually a player has a hot side or a side they like to shoot from. I asked Fred once, he said, it doesn't matter. I don't care where I am around that perimeter.
He squares himself to the basket better than anyone, with the exception of that guy right there.
Yeah.
He squared away.
26 for Jabbar, and he puts the Lakers back by 1. They'll probably have to rest him somewhere in that quarter along with Sikma. There's where the Sonics could use a good spurt out of James Bailey. Gus again.
Oh, push it!
Over the top of the bucket, so it'll be Laker ball.
Well, he missed the shot, but there's an advantage over Freddie Brown because he's such a great shooter. They doubled him up, and he smartly dished the ball off, but Gus couldn't hit the field goal.
Landsberger out, Spencer Haywood back in, so it's Jabbar, Haywood, and Wilkes with Magic Johnson and Norm Nixon at the guards. Sonics with their original starting lineup except Fred Brown for DJ. Gus with his quickness gets in front of Wilkes and gets it away.
1 minute left in the quarter.
Fred Brown, 18-footer. Yeah, wasn't set up for that one. Lead pass, Haywood.
You know, when the guards shoot down on the shots like that, it's one of the disadvantages because you have no one back like that play. And Haywood was there for the stuff.
Lakers by 3 again, 38 seconds to the end of the third quarter. Laker crowd starting to cheer defense. JJ under to Gus. Now, beautiful block by Jabbar. He just got there and Gus had no chance. That's like Jack shooting over the beanstalk. Wilkes all alone. Missed it. JJ.
Big play here. You got 12 seconds left in the quarter.
Fred pulls up and shoots. He hits it. Dependable downtown Fred Brown, 78-77, and Fred has 17. Now they'd like to get them to miss it with 3 seconds. Magic hits it. Oh!
Banked it in. What a lucky break and a big one. That's the end of the quarter, and the Lakers are up by 4.
They are. We're at the end of the third quarter at the Forum. Game 1 of the Western Conference Championships, and Magic Johnson displays some of it, lays it in.
Here's the look at it.
Magic Johnson outside that three-point circle. It's up. It's on its way, and it's in. And the Lakers at the end of 3 lead by 4, 81-77. In-zone shot of the Laker girls as they perform at the end of the third quarter in the Forum. The fabulous Forum in Los Angeles, sold out for tonight's game. Obviously, they were not sold out yesterday because 4 people that I flew down with today said they called the Laker office and said, yes, if you wire us the money, we'll save you some tickets. And they did, and they flew down to see the game tonight. I was surprised at that.
They had a couple of games in the earlier series that were not sold out against Phoenix.
Sonics shot 54% in that quarter. The Lakers shot 15 out of 25 for 60%. And the Lakers never went to the line. The Sonics did not commit a foul in that quarter.
Magic Johnson with that big three-point field goal, he banked in straight away. gave the Lakers a 4-point lead. That's a big play.
Haywood over Lagarde, who's seeing his first action, and he gets the bucket. So Lagarde is in there, and apparently it wasn't any knee. It was coach's choice not to play him in the first 3 quarters. DJ still on the bench. 0 points. But Fred Brown and Gus made up for it in that third quarter, and Gus tries to go around, and Nixon cut him off.
Again, a big key would be to get the Lakers in foul trouble here early. So only 28 seconds have elapsed to the Lakers with their first foul here in the fourth period.
Gus, about an 8.5 footer. Nope. Oh. And Gus goes down, gets in the middle of the fray, and gets it back. But we have a call against the Lakers. I think they fouled in backcourt.
It'll be a loose ball foul. And again, it's Nixon, his second. Not correction on that.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a foul.
I don't think so now either. I think that they're just simply calling the Lakers for movement with the ball, and Gus gets it back. No personal foul called, so only one team foul. 83-79, the Lakers by 4. Magic in the backcourt with Norm Nixon. He moves up now to get a little screen in the corner against Fred Brown if he can. Magic goes in, makes the bucket, it's going to count. Earl Strom says, yep, that's good.
Great move, but he was fouled on the play. When you have that ability to hang in the air and still have control of the shot, that's a remarkable move by Magic Johnson. He was fouled on the play by Freddie Brown. So the Lakers move out to a 6-point lead, and Magic with a chance to make it 7. Mike Cooper replaces Jamal Wilkes for LA.
Magic of the line at the end of the 3-point shot. Dennis Johnson looking forlorn on the bench. Wonder if maybe he might have a touch of the flu, or he's just not shooting well, and Lenny's just elected to. Of course, Gus and Fred are scoring well. 86-79, Lakers by 7. Alley-oop to Bailey.
Oh, boy, did he took all the dust out of the net on that one. That rim is still shaking.
Take that, rim.
Boy, can he sky.
Bailey with 4.
They got to tighten up the defense here.
Look at Gus. Look at Gus. Oh, he got it to Brown. What happened? The call is going to be made
against the Lakers.
Yep. Earl Strom signaling the bench on the far side.
It's going to be against Nixon. As Lenny and Paul Westhead look on. That's 3 on Nixon, the second team foul. Well, I mean, Gus is really hustling this quarter. He's played, and of course, in that second period.
Half a step behind when he started leaning in for that basketball. Not only managed to fall forward, get the ball away, but batted away to Fred Brown and then got fouled.
Well, if they had called it, he'd have been going for a layup. They had it.
86-82 as Gus hits the first part of the 2-foul shot. Gus with down 23.
Lagarde knocked that off a Laker, I believe. Yes, sir. Seattle's ball.
It is. Lucky break for the Sonics as Gus misses the second half. And the fans here are a little unhappy, and so is Magic, as you can see.
It's a good call, though. Very smart play by Lagarde.
I was really surprised we didn't see Lagarde in that second quarter. But Lenny had a reason for it. JJ.
Three-pointer. Yeah.
Fred Brown, instant offense again. Is he hot? Brings the Sonics to within 1, 86-85. Brown now with 20.
I still get a kick out of his line. What do you mean, are we tired? It's our job, isn't it?
Jones mishandles the pass from Haywood. Nixon. In and out, and Bailey with a quick rebound. Fred cuts through traffic. Oh, left it for Gus, but he missed it. Nixon will go all the way.
Not a good pass by Freddie. Put the ball behind his back a little too fancy, and he popped it up high. And the ball was blind to Gus coming right at him, and that's why he fumbled it.
First time Gus saw it is about when it hit him in the nose.
That's a big play.
88-85, the Sonics come within 1, and then they let the Lakers have a free one. Gus and Jones battling away, and we'll have to see which way that goes. It'll probably be against Jones.
Well, here's that pass a moment ago. See right there, he flipped it up. And it's a blind pass coming to Gus moving towards the ball. Not a good play by Freddie. One of the few bad ones he's made in the game. That led to that basket by Nixon.
Third personal on Jones in the ball game. Third team foul. Fred Brown, three-pointer. Oh, hit the lip, but Lagarde gets good position. JJ, they got a new clock. They don't have to hurry, and JJ forced it. Cooper goes right underneath the basket, gets fouled, gets the bucket, and knocks the referee, Bob Rakel, down.
And the Lakers are up 5. Here's Magic down the middle. He leads it left side of Cooper. Great leaping ability. Just carried it right up over Freddie Brown. And his left leg flew out to the left side, and they give the foul on the play to Bailey, who gets his third and Seattle's second.
Three-point play, and the Lakers now go up 91-85. The Sonics closed it down to 1, and the Lakers jump right back up by 6. 8:54 to go in this game 1 of the Western Conference Championships. The Sonics would love to have a split here. The most they could dream of is winning 2. They'd love to have just 1 down here of these 2. Gus, underneath Jabbar. Never had a chance, but Fred Brown gets it back. He's clear, and he hits.
You can hear the fans. They got an ooh and ah just when they see Freddie raise. They know he's the most dangerous player that Seattle has outside.
22 points for Brown. The voice of Hot Rod Hundley. Good to have Rod with us tonight. Jabbar mixed it up with JJ. They were elbowing and hammering each other, and I think John came out on the short end of that one.
Here we look again. Ball being moved out front by the Lakers' Magic Johnson. JJ with him on the play down the right side of Cooper. Kareem, you see him bumping in there. Freddie Brown's getting a hand on him. And finally a foul called, and they give it to Lagarde.
They do give it to Lagarde. That's his first. Third team foul. Nixon around Sigma. Bailey with a rejection. They call goaltending. I don't like it. I don't know whether we have it or not, but I don't like it. Take a look.
Here it is. That looks like a good block. He was up at the peak of his jump, but the ball was so close to the basket. Very hard play to make. That's the toughest call in basketball.
Well, he didn't pin it, but it was not on the way down, I didn't think. But, well, it's a 6-point Laker lead. Fred Brown, can he do it again? Can he do it again?
Just ask the Laker fans if he can do it.
24 for Fred Brown now, 93-89. The Lakers by 4. And 7:50 to go, and we've got something away from the ball, and it's on the Lakers.
Offensive foul in L.A. We'll take a look again. Nixon with a basketball as they try to jockey for position away from the ball. The foul's going to be called on Kareem.
Holding Jack.
Right. Right there they got him. The Kareem says, who, me?
Back live, Bailey has it batted away momentarily by Magic, but Gus goes under, can't get the shot off, gets it rejected, but gets it back, double team. Now what?
He's fouled.
Yep, well, they got 2 customers to choose from, Magic or Nixon.
Give it to Nixon.
Yep.
Right there. There he comes back.
Rod Gus is lucky to get out of that getting fouled, too, because he was in deep trouble.
Sure was.
Sigma fronts the basket, misses this one. Cooper goes up for a big rebound. 93-89. Lakers 7:27. Plenty of time left in this one. I think he may have stepped out of bounds, didn't he? What's the call?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Earl Strom right on top of it.
Yeah.
Lenny comes down to
make sure that.
Knowledge the call.
Say, nice work on that one, Earl.
I'm sure he got a chance to say, hey, Earl, how about a little help down at the other end, huh?
Wilkes in, Magic out. You see 52 for 32. Yeah, if you give us that one, keep your eyes open down there, too.
Look how Cooper overplays Freddie Brown. He tries to deny him the ball. Once he gets us, he's tough.
Sigma travel.
Yep. He just has lost his confidence, it looks like, totally offensively. That's a shame. Jack can hit that shot when he's got his rhythm.
Jack, during the regular season, averaged 14 points. He dropped to 12 in the playoffs, but the last couple of games, he didn't show up with a lot of offense, and they need that offense out of Jack. They need an 18, 20-point game every now and then. Haywood off the heel, no good. Fred Brown takes it away from Wilkes. Gus.
Oh, what a shot. That's a tough one. A leaping leader, high arch shot. Without, no room for the glass, and on that baseline, and he hit it. 93-91,
but the only thing you have to remember, the Sonics are hot from the guard spot, and they can't let the guards do it the entire series. They've got to get some scoring from Sigma, Shelton, Bailey, everybody up front.
Now that play, Sigma fronted on the play, and they get a foul. They doubled up. Sigma will be called for the foul. Look at Kareem jockeying. Sigma moves in front of him, and as a pass comes in right here, they call a foul. It looked like a little delayed call. If he bumped him before the pass came in.
Now we're going to call timeout here now as Sigma catches his 4th personal foul. So we've got 6:25 to go in this 4th quarter at the Forum in Los Angeles, and the Lakers have a 2-point lead at the moment, 93-91.
For the PM.
In Los Angeles. I don't want to hear it. Now, you be quiet while I'm talking about
Go
this.
Go ahead. I'm not going to say a word.
I knew you wouldn't. PM Magazine's got a great diet program going for you this week. So you ought to tune in and watch that. You can take it from me. Well, don't take it from me. But anyway, watch PM Magazine right here on our Channel 7. David and Colleen. And that special diet this week. You can watch it, maybe get some tips, and drop a pound or two and get into that skinny swimsuit.
Yeah, I didn't say a word. You did that very well.
Thank you very much. Lakers 93, Sonics 91. Hup! Is it going to go? It did. And Wilkes probably saying to himself, thank you.
Well, he had to knife his way in there. I don't think he had any room. 3 players had him trapped, but he got free.
6:13 to go in this game 1. Fred Brown. Here's Bailey inside. Tried to go up with it and just lost the ball. I think Wilkes knocked it away, but Sonics cannot let the Lakers get too many here. Nixon missed, tipped up. Nixon again. Lost it, gives it away to Wilkes. Hook shot. Oh.
Smooth as silk. Boy, he has a touch.
Got 16, and the Sonics are down by 6.
The remarkable little man, Nixon, kept that ball alive off the board.
Giants around him, but he still managed to get it away, and Wilkes laid it in. Now the Sonics have got to use some of that center forward power. Sigma. They tip it up once and still can't get it in, and Jones gets the rebound. Crucial time right now with 5:28 to go. The Sonics cannot let the Lakers pull this lead out any larger. Can't leave Wilkes alone either. Luckily he missed this one, and Brown takes it off Jones' fingers.
He's doing a good job off the boards, Freddie Brown, as well as his scoring.
James Bailey would not go. Did go. I saw it hit the lip and then went up in the air, and he did get it. 97-93.
Kind of funny when you work from this high up, Wayne. Everybody looks the same height.
That's true. Jabbar.
Except for that big guy. He still looks taller.
Cooper, a lip shot. Lonnie with a big rebound. Sonics have done just what they had to do. They got a bucket and then got the ball back with no damage.
Look at Cooper still overplay Freddie Brown. He won't let him have a pass. Go to the hoop. That's a move.
Yeah.
There you are.
Now there's 4 straight points right when the Sonics needed it. 97-95.
That's what Jack's got to do when he takes a drive like that. Remember when he walked that time, he pulled up, hesitated, and traveled. When he got that opening barrel in there, he's got the size, he's got the weight. And if he doesn't get the hoop, he's going to get fouled.
Jones.
Remarkable the way he's hit this game.
4 times tonight for 14 points. Tell you made a good comment on Jack maybe losing a little bit of his confidence on offense. That's just really been happening in 2 or 3 games, and if he gets it back, he can be a force.
Best way to get your confidence back is driving, too, when your shots aren't going out front.
Yep.
There's a foul called against L.A. Cooper, it looks like.
Cooper banged into his own man, Jones. He was so unhappy, and Jimmy says, hey, don't bang into me. Cooper picks up the foul. That's his 4th, and over the limit on team fouls for the Lakers with now 3:50 to go.
He'll sit down now, and Magic Johnson comes back for L.A. Lenny Wilkins, who I'm sure with 3:50 left in the game would like to be out there.
Yeah, he would.
He was a tough cookie as a player. I played against Lenny when he was with the Hawks back in St. Louis before they moved to Atlanta. Great little player.
Is that Bob Pettit?
Right.
All those guys?
He took the ball away from Baylor in a playoff at a sports arena here in L.A. that broke our hearts and beat us the 7th game of the Western Conference Championship one year.
Only one for the line as Dennis glares at that clock. DJ on the bench. What a mystery. We'll ask about that one after the game. Might be hurt. Maybe just Lenny figuring he hasn't got it tonight. Nixon with the Lakers up by 3. The Sonics would love to shut off this drive. They did. Lonnie gets the rebound.
Good
99.
play by Sigma there. He blocked out well, Wayne, and tipped the ball over to his teammate.
99-96. Lakers by 3.
Take it to him, Gus.
Oh! Gus with a shot from left field.
And it counts and he's fouled. He could tie the score with a free throw. Look at this move. Sweep in, veer away from Kareem, put it up over him, and the big fella is called for the foul. Gus says, I'll show you how to use that sky hook.
Tell you, most people can't think of what they want to do in the time that Gus is doing it. He's at the line and can tie it at 99 as this crowd gets a little bit quiet. He does. We got a new ball game with 3:17 to go and Gus with 28. Now this turned into a good one. Wilkes.
Give him help. That's the way. See, Shelton comes right over.
Wilkes with a turnaround, batted away by Bailey, but the Lakers get it back. Magic. Hold it.
Seattle ball.
24-second clock violation.
See, when that shot was blocked, that clock keeps ticking. Now, the Lakers never got one back up in time.
Paul Westhead on the right, Lenny Wilkins on the left moments ago. 99, 246. Fred Brown, three-pointer, yes! Sonics up by 3 and over 100.
And the Seattle bench really responded with that one. Every player up off the bench yelling encouragement.
Sonics go over 100 points, and that means that Sears will again donate $100 to the Children's Orthopedic Hospital. Children, our most priceless asset.
Here's your move by Magic down the lane. He gets fouled on the play, so he passed the ball off. Not any act of shooting on the play. But a foul goes to James Bailey, his 4th. But we're in the penalty. Both clubs now, so there will be free throws taken, but first you got a timeout.
We do. Supersonics 102, the Lakers 99. 2:34 to go at the Forum in LA. Remember, game 2 tomorrow night, right here on Channel 7 at 8:30 on CBS. You watch the action. Fred Brown put the Sonics up by 3 right there. 102.99, that's where we are with 2:34 to go. And Fred Brown is tonight's Rainier Bank Sonic Player of the Game. In Fred Brown's name, Rainier Bank will donate 100 tickets to the Burien Boys and Girls Club to the first home game of the Sonics 80-81 season. Fred Brown with 29 points. Gus Williams with 28 points. DJ 0, and on the bench as Brown and Gus have taken over. That's
one reason that he's over there, Wayne, is because Gus and Freddie are doing so well that you got to go with them. And I think that Lenny probably will leave the 2 guards in there all the way that he's playing with now. Now both clubs are in a penalty with 2:34 left in the game, and that's the reason Magic's at the line. There's DJ. He's more or less comfortable over there.
Knowing DJ, I can't imagine he's happy but comfortable. Now it's a 1-pointer, 102-101 as Magic hits a pair and Gus will bring it down. 2:28 to go. Lob to Bailey, they didn't get it, it went off the glass.
Oh, that's a tough time to make that play.
Great pass to Wilkes. Now the Lakers up by 1. Wilkes with 18.
That's a dangerous play to make that high lob unless it's perfect pass. You don't get a basket on it. There he is. Put that in your hat.
104-103. Fred Brown now under 2 minutes. Fred with 31. The entire season of 82 ball games went by, and Fred Brown's high game was 27. In the playoffs, first game of the championship for the West, he's got 31.
Look at that block.
Oh, Bailey's hot. He says, no, I rejected it.
And look at Lenny. Boy, is he upset. I cannot blame him. That looked like a great block.
Yeah, I thought the other one was a great block. Watch this.
Here it is. He went right up there. That was awfully close, but he still looked like the ball was on the way up. So Lenny.
Well, it all amounts to the Lakers having 4 points that never went through the rim. And they lead by 1. Now 1:23 to go.
Gotta help.
An unexpected source of offense. Norm Nixon for the foul line. His 10th point of the Sonics. Now are down by 3. 107-104. We've got 1:02 to go. Jabbar out covering Brown so that he has to shoot over him.
That's 3 right there. How about that?
Is he incredible tonight? 34 points. We're tied at 107. 52 to go. They're looking at Westhead to see if he wants timeout. He says no, play on. Nixon, 44 seconds. Now they'll take a timeout at front court. Whoa! 107, 107. Good ball game, Rod.
I'll tell you, Freddie Brown is one of the few players I've ever seen that when he misses one, he's amazed. I mean, he feels it. I said that earlier, Wayne, and that's one thing I really admire about him. When the going gets tough, he's right there. He wants the ball. That's the mark of the great player. Good shot of Freddie.
You know what's interesting? You'll take a player that doesn't have that confidence, that's been around the league a couple of years, and they will say, I don't want it, get it away to somebody else. Now just, Fred does, you're right, ask for it. And watch him play Jabbar until he gets loose.
Watch how smart Jack is to throw it right back. When the pass came in and Jabbar came after him. Right back to Freddie for the three-point play.
So it's 107 all, 43 seconds to go. Now another word, tomorrow night, 8:30 here on Channel 7. Rod and Brennan Bill will have the game for you on the network. Friday night, it's an 8:30 start at Heckhead Pavilion. Now, we suppose that with less than 9,000 seats, that will be sold out. But it will not be sold out till about Thursday, and we'll bring you word on coverage of the game for Friday night. Same thing goes on Sunday. We suppose it'll be a sellout. You can almost count on it. And that we will have both of those games Friday and Sunday live, but we cannot give you the official word until all that happens. If Game 5 is needed, it's here in LA Wednesday. If Game 6 is needed, it's in the Kingdome, and they might break that record again at 41,000 a week from Friday night. And if there is a Game 7 needed, right back here at Lakerland on Sunday a week from now. So a lot of things can happen, a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, and we still got one of those right here at 107 all with 43 seconds to go.
Now the Lakers will have the ball, Wayne. There are 14 seconds on the shot clock for LA. That could be a factor. They worked off 10 seconds before they took the timeout.
Well, if you figure it all up, the Lakers with 14, if they missed the shot at the buzzer, the Sonics would have 24 seconds, but even if they score, the Lakers would then have about 6 seconds to get a shot down floor. It doesn't usually time out exactly right, but that's the way it could go. Jim Jones will bring it in. Here we go. Shot clock now at 10.
They want to go to Kareem.
Wilkes may have to shoot. He does off balance with 3 to go. Rebound. Sikma had it. Gets it away. 28 seconds to go. The shot clock at 21. All right. The Sonics, there will be a 5-second difference in the shot clock. Gus with it. 11 seconds on the clock. Fred Brown, a two-pointer. I didn't like the shot selection, and Jabbar gets it back. 9 seconds left in the game. Nixon going to go across the middle. In the corner, it's Wilkes or nobody. It's up off. Jabbar lays it up. No good. One underneath. Wait a minute. Hold it. The game is in overtime. That's the only call. Earl Strom was signaling overtime. Or did he signal an offensive foul? Hang on. He's at the bench, fingers raised in the air. We're 100 yards away. Earl Strom is over there. He may have signaled a foul against the Lakers. He did.
Here's your play. If that's a loose ball foul, then there's free throws. There is. Sikma will be at the line. Seattle can win the game right here.
We may have...
The foul is on Kareem. That's his 4th.
And we may have 3 seconds left on the clock. They're going to count it back down. They're re-queuing the clock. And I think when Jack shoots, there will still be 3 seconds for the Lakers to do something. They're recounting the clock down, so we'll just have to wait and see how much time.
If we can look at it again, maybe you can detect the foul when it occurred with the seconds. You're absolutely correct on that play.
Our chances of seeing it back on a triple feed out of Los Angeles tonight are slim, but maybe we'll see it again. I don't know. But they are going to count the clock back to either 3 or 2. We'll find out when it stops. But regardless, Sikma was fouled. Jabbar gets number 4. Sikma will go to the line. If he gets 1, the Sonics lead it. If he gets 2, they lead it by 2, obviously. But then the Lakers may have a couple of seconds to fire it down court. The clock is at 12, 11. During this timeout, they're still counting at 8, 7, 6. I'll tell you when it stops. I think 3 seconds or 2 will be the number. That's it. 2 seconds will be left on the clock after Jack shoots.
And how about this? In the game, Jack Sikma has made 6 out of 6.
From the line.
And he'll have 2.
Whoa, I'll tell you something. Fred Brown, they went down floor. And I don't know about shot selection sometimes. You call him from the bench or you call him from the floor. And in the heat of the action, I don't know whether the Sonics got off the primo shot or not. I don't think so.
Well, why not?
What'd you say? The director was in my ear. What'd you say?
So why not? That wasn't a good shot. Here's the play. The shot up by Wilkes, no good. Now they fight for the rebound. I think right there the foul was contact by Nixon, but no foul was called on him. Kareem grabbed the ball and apparently shoved off, who was blocked away from the picture.
One of the two either had that arm out going in.
Nixon could have been called for a foul earlier on that play.
Well, you see it 2 seconds. It is 1:07, 1:07. Here is it again.
Here it is. Now maybe he pushed Sickman. Right there you can see him lean forward. It looked like Kareem has shoved him in the back on that rebound.
Yeah, it had to happen there because that's what it shows 2 seconds left.
I'm not sure how many timeouts. The Lakers have one left. Now, what they may do right here is when Sickman gets set to take the ball, they can call a timeout and let him go back and think about it. Now you've got the fans up behind waving.
Yep, the Laker fans are up waving pom-poms and handkerchiefs. And they're going to let him shoot it here. He makes it. Oh, Jack lays one in. That could be the game winner, but who knows? Magic hit a three-pointer at halftime. 1:08, 1:07. Jack for number 2 to give the Sonic a 2-point lead. The Lakers will then have 2 seconds.
They'll take a timeout if he misses and bring the ball to midcourt. If he makes it, rather. That's a good play, miss it. A second should go up, but it didn't.
Up. Kareem took the ball and slammed it at Earl Strom. And 2 seconds will show a timeout to the Lakers, their last timeout, and they'll have the ball trailing the Sonics by 1.
Sometimes, Wayne, when a free throw's missed like that, the clock starts when that ball hits the rim. And when Kareem grabbed it, no second came off. So what I'm trying to explain, that could be correct because you have a long second, you have a short second, the way the clock ticks down. So that's got to be a short second up there. That 2 will quickly move to a 1.
You're
so
right.
What I'm trying to tell you is forget about it.
I hear you too, and you're right, because the ball hits the rim, it comes off, they get the rebound, and they got to show timeout. That should take a second. So it's got to be ready to click over to 1. You're right.
Right.
Now here's Paul Westhead. We were hearing something from him a moment ago. I don't know if we can or not. Let's listen.
Michael, you're in, and you take it out. Now we got Norman, Silk, and Magic. We're running our fist up, Mike. Fist up. So here's what's going to happen. Norm's going to screen. Silk's coming off. And now Magic has come up. He's screening down for Norman. Want to play, EJ? So you got 3 possibilities. You got Silk on the jumper. You got Norman on the jumper. And you got direct into the big fella. And once you get it direct into the big fella, if all possible, so you draw the foul. You just get it up nice and high and sit the foul. We're going to get some action there. 2 seconds. Here's what we're going to do. Silk comes off. I think you want to kind of peek on him a little bit. Ball thing. Just as he's coming off, now you're going into Kareem. If he's being double teamed, the last outlet is Magic is streamed down. You got Norman right there. Norman will drill it. Now, if the ball gets past you, you got to shoot it. Don't look the pass. Don't look the pass. Fight.
What Paul Westhead said in his best Shakespearean accent was, "Thou shooteth the ball the moment thou gets it." About a second and a half, as Rod pointed out. The clock shows 2, 1:08, 1:07. Sonics lead. The Lakers will get 1 desperation shot. And he was telling Nixon to take it, Magic to take it, whoever gets it, shoot it.
They're going to drop back. Let him have this, make this inbound pass. They got to double up Kareem. And Nixon's going to roll out around.
Wilkes gets it off. No, it's an air ball, and the Sonics win it by 1. 1:08, 1:07. Wilkes had to shoot it just instantaneously, and he could not get it in, and the Supersonics, tired, coming off a great victory over Milwaukee. Watch the final play.
That's a great play defensively. They dropped in. Liddy did the job, anticipated what they were going to try to do. The shot was long, not even close. And a very happy Seattle team takes it to the dressing room. Great win.
Incredible. So the Supersonics win it, game 1 of the Western Championship. Sonics 108, the Lakers 107. We'll be back.